What's up, people? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now, as usual, if you guys enjoy the content, please don't forget to subscribe. And I'm trying to get to 250,000 subscribers before the end of the year, which is pretty mad because I was trying to do 200,000 and you guys absolutely smoked that so quickly. But yeah, if I don't say this at the start of the video, then there's a lot less of you guys that subscribe. So I guess if I just say it at the start of the video, then, you know, it helps me out. And of course, for the people that enjoy the content, it helps you out because you get to keep up to date with all the videos. Anyway, let's get back to the actual video you guys are watching now. Today, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, we're back doing another wheel spin drift build. Since the last one actually worked out kind of well, I'm going to go ahead and do a super wheel spin. So the way the series works, if you guys are new to the channel and you have no idea, basically go ahead and now the way the series works, if you guys are actually new to the channel, basically I end up spinning a super wheel spin, and it's all completely random on what money I get and what car I get. So the car that's furthest to the left will be the car that I will have to use because there's 3 spins in one in the super wheel spins. So the car furthest to the left is the one that I will be using for the wheel spin, for the drift build, and then the rest of the stuff that's in there will be used as money for the build. So that is what's going to happen with this. First spin, no changes, nothing like that. Let's see if we can get something interesting. Come on. We get a Viper. Oh, and we have pretty much unlimited money. Oh, I'm down. 410 grand as our budget, and we have a Dodge Viper to play around with. Oh, this is sick. This is actually sick. Let's add that to garage, and I'm gonna go ahead and drive this thing. Actually, you know what? Let's drive it stock, right? I'll drift it stock, and we'll see what it's like. Is this in Dodge now, or has it changed to SRT? I'm gonna get, yeah, this one is in Dodge. So yeah, let's take this thing out completely stock. We'll take it down the needle climb, and we'll see what it's like. Oh, I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. This should be a very good build. Over the past few videos, if you guys have actually kept up with them, you guys have seen that I've been shafted royally with the type of cars that I've been getting, and I'm struggling. Okay, I'm struggling to get a good car. We had one good car so far, and that was in the previous one. It was just a BMW M4, and it was sick. It was actually such a good car to drive, even completely stock. So now we have a Viper that I know for a fact we can put ridiculous amount of power into, first of all, and I think this will be a good car to drift with. I think this will be a very good car to drift with. I mean, right now it feels a tiny bit underpowered for some of these sections. I need to go a little bit faster. Obviously, I'm not having a huge amount of angle either here because I'm trying to obviously get through this without spinning out or anything like that. But I know for a fact, I think. Wait, whoa. Actually, I shouldn't say I know for a fact. But I know we can do a lot of modifications to this thing. But I really do hope that we can have drift suspension on it, because I think that'll change the car completely. I think we'll be able to do some crazy things with this thing if it does have drift suspension available for it. That just means I can hold bigger angle. That's pretty much what drift suspension does. It just means I can hold bigger angle. Because, I mean, overall, I could just literally put race suspension on and put the exact same tune that I have with drift suspension. I just won't have that much steering angle on the front end, and I can't hold as big of an angle. I always like these Vipers. It's still not a car that I would ever choose over any of the Italians, or I guess the big boy Germans, like the big boy AMGs, like AMG GT, the R8, stuff like that. It's definitely not a car I'd choose over any of those. It'll definitely be at I'll say the bottom of the list. But I still like the American cars. I still like that. I like the Corvette, I like the Viper. Well, I mean the American, like, quote-unquote super cars. Super sports cars. But I like the Viper for that. I like that the Viper's cheap. I like that the Viper is, like, has its own record, which is the biggest production engine to fit to any, or the biggest engine to fit to any production car, which is in the Viper. Which is, what, like 8.5 liter, 8.4 liter V10. It's ridiculous car. It's absolutely ridiculous. It definitely doesn't need that at all. But it's, yeah, it's still a cool car. It's still a cool car. Right, let's hop to the festival. You guys have seen what this thing can do stock. let's go and get this thing to be a lot faster. Also, I did realize that the volume is really low, so I'm going to change that really quick. Right, now the volume should be better. I definitely won't need 410 grand to spend on this thing, so that's kind of cool. I will keep it as a rear-wheel drive as well. However, I will twin turbo this thing. Actually, should we twin turbo or should we supercharge it? I know I won't get as much power if I supercharge it. I think it'll make it a little bit more interesting. You know what? Let's supercharge this thing. We can get a nice supercharged one out of this V10 as well. As for the kit all the way around, it's just Forza, ugly Forza parts. Definitely don't want to go around and mess around with those. Since we're going to be squeezing a lot of power out of this thing, race tires is pretty much a must here. 275s in the front. We go 295s, and I think the rear end goes very, yeah, I was going to say, I knew that the rear end goes very wide. So 355s in the rear. Should be kind of fun to see it drive around with. As for our track width, we'll go as wide as possible. I know once I have a little bit of camera on these, they'll tuck in nicely, especially after I lower them. Now for the wheels. I need to find a set of wheels that I really like for this thing. Give me a second. I don't know why, I just think American cars look so sick with like heavy center offset on any of the wheels. I think they just look really, really good. That's why I think I might go with these ADVs. There's so many of them, like all these ADV ones have crazy amount of like look at these for example. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know why. It's a lot of the American cars that look really, really, really good. With like heavy center offset. I just really like them. And look how bulky those rear tires are. I really don't want to change the wheel size either of these. I think they look good. Oh, we can go one bigger. We can go one bigger at the front. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, like, if we get the option to go to like 20, 21 inch, I don't think it'll look good, but even now, look how chunky those rear wheels are. Oh my god. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, pretty much upgrade everything to race spec now. We'll get to the engine part in a second. Bigger brakes. And we do have our Drift Special available here. It still doesn't go as low as I thought it would. But it's definitely gonna be nice to drive. Now that we have that angle kit as well. So 1,340 kilos we ended up with. Like I said, I know this thing will squeeze out a stupid amount of power. That's why I put stupid fat wheels on the back. I think if I just lifted the horsepower slightly and I kept the stock wheels, or the stock wheel width, it should have been actually 1,219 Newton meters of torque. Ain't too bad. I know it doesn't make a huge amount of power, like horsepower wise, but that torque is ridiculous. That torque is ridiculous, and it's also from like low in the RPM. It's not bad. From 0 RPM, you get over 700 Newton meters of torque. Oh, that's sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually kind of sick. That graph is mad looking. Okay, that's cool. We wasted 77 grand. I mean, we had a budget of 410 grand. I mean, the only way I could literally make this thing waste 410 grand if I somehow buy every single thing on it. Actually, that's not true. If I buy an extra car, that's the only way I could do it. That I could waste all that amount of money. These gear ratios are hella stretched out, so let's go ahead and mess with those. Okay, maybe not that much. That should be okay. As for our setup, I'm going to leave it standard the way it is right now. And I'll mess with the tune afterwards. Of course, I'll have to do a lot of the alignment stuff afterwards. But I just want to see what it's like just with the lock diff, the better gears. That's pretty much it. Just seeing what this thing is like with pretty much almost zero tune on it. Just upgraded parts. And I also love the black on black. I think the black on black just suits this thing a lot, in my opinion. Obviously, we still have like the silver and blue stripes and stuff like that this thing can come with, I'm pretty sure. Silver is also really, really nice color on this thing. Oh, I forgot these guys are not driver tires. For some reason, I'm offline. You know what, let's go to play online. I'm gonna get rid of these driver tires. Because I forgot you could just crash into them. Okay, it definitely has torque. A lot of torque. Okay, it's good, it's good. Let's go uphill. And then when I come back downhill again, I'll change the setup slightly. Okay, you can tell that the tires are fat. It has a lot of grip. It has a ton of grip. If I just like slightly like leave it on its own, it'll grip up again immediately. So note that there are some cars if you just don't change the tire width, it'll just make them really, really slippery. But this thing, I gave it race tires and I changed the tire width as well. But I mean, it's good because it's got to stay as a rear-wheel drive. I'm not all-wheel drive swapping this thing. I think if I was to all-wheel drive swap it, I probably wouldn't have changed the tire width at all, and probably even put the tires to like drag tires or something like that. I should really try to do it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and swap this thing to drag tires. People in the community seem to think that the drag tires are very, very good for drifting, so I might put those on. Maybe that's what I've been missing on my builds, is the drag tires. Imagine if the drag tires are the reason I'm not getting just as much points as the people at the top of the leaderboards for like point drifting scores. That'd be jokes. It's really, really smooth to drive. I mean, it has the power to steer. Like, I have the steering angle as well. It has all the grip in the world that I need. Just as much power as well to balance that grip. Yeah, it's nice. I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna put drag tires on it. One sec. I'll be back in just a second. Right, we're back. Drag tires, heavy camper, heavy tow. Let's have a look and see what this thing is gonna be like to drive now. It should be a little bit. It should be a little bit more slippery going sideways. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, this whole setup just completely transformed the car. I shouldn't be in third. One sec. I should not be in third for some of these corners. These gear ratios are I can't speak. These gear ratios are messing me up. I need to go a lot faster to be in third. Once it's sideways though, these tires literally just completely change this thing. It's a completely different car. And then the combination with the camber and the toe. You put this thing sideways and it just keeps going. Even with the handbrake, look at the handbrake. Oh. Oh my god. Wow, this is a completely different car to drive now. With a tune on it. I'll stick the link, or not the link, what the hell? I'll stick the tune up for people to download up on the storefront. You guys can just go ahead and search up my gamer tag and you can download the tune. I'm definitely putting this up. This thing is mad. Okay, I definitely did not expect this thing to be this sick. With drag tires. I'm gonna definitely try it on a few more of my cars. I guess that's the meta for this. It's to stick on drag tires on your drift cars. It rips so hard. I really like this thing. I honestly did not expect that at all. I think twin turboing this thing would make it so it's even better to drive. I mean, right now it's only supercharged. It's not making as much power as if I was to twin turbo it. But big thumbs up for this car. Damn, we got a really good one for this episode. We got a very good car. Highly recommend you guys check this thing out. I knew that the Viper would be good, just because of its balance and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of different cars that you'd know they'd be good to power slide with, but I definitely did not expect this thing to be like this. Yeah, I definitely recommend you guys check this thing out. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this on the channel, as usual, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on other social medias as well. Links to those are down below. And I'm going to leave you guys off with this video. Alright, I'll talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.